I contacted Martyn Gerrard because they're a local agent, and there's a lot of agents, on Finchley High Street, but I always noted that they were a family business. And I had seen Scott Henderson a year before I put my flat on the market. It gave me some time to think about it, and I liked the way he was honest and trustworthy. I felt a good vibe from him. So when we wanted to sell, it was just natural to go back. The process with them was really straightforward. They always communicated. We had a WhatsApp group. If I asked a question, they always answered it. There was never a delay. They were honest, even if I was a bit nervous or tense about part of the process. They answered all my questions and always calmed me down. So the process was very good. The communication at Martyn Gerrard with Scott Henderson, Shuhan and Jatin, particularly Jatin because he sold our property, was, consistently on par for what we needed. They were always available for us. I always felt that we had a very good relationship, and we had built a relationship in the time that the property was on the market, when it didn't really sell, then when it sold. They were always there and available for feedback and honest and trustworthy comments. So the communication there is 100% number one. When I met Scott, I knew straight away he was straightforward. And you feel the vibe with this person, and then when the team got involved, they had the same, he trained his team very well, so the trust was always there. They were always honest, and to this moment, I feel that's the main thing, that we had built that relationship with, based on trust. For me, that was everything. Jatin had great local knowledge of the area that we live in. He had great knowledge of the process of sale. He had, great knowledge when we got to the point of exchange, when we were speaking daily, sometimes twice. I always felt he had the right opinions and the right advice to give me if I was, having a little bit of a moment in the process. The presentation when the property went on the market was brilliant. Shuhan did this amazing video which made the flat look like it was in the middle of Mayfair. He took all the key points in the property, and he made it really look fantastic. I have to say, I was really impressed with that when they put that on Instagram. And the details were perfect. It was perfect what they did. They made the flat look amazing. When we decided we would sell the property, we looked at online options, because you do that. And yes, of course, it's very low price. But you can't... The value for money with Martyn Gerrard is you get the service. And you don't get that service online. You just get somebody who wants to take your money up front, and then you don't really get much for it. But paying for the service locally up the road, and you've got 3 people to talk to, the bill is worth it. I've got no qualms about paying the bill. It was really good service. I was very happy with the sale. Scott was very clear about the market, the way it was at that time, and it was no good holding out for a little bit more when actually all we wanted to do was sell and relocate, and they've made our dreams come true. 3 things that most impressed me about Martyn Gerrard. First of all, the team and their personable service. You can't fault it. The communication, they were always available whenever I needed something to be answered. And really, the third thing is the fact that they're trustworthy and they're honest, and they don't give you the answers they want to give, and you feel that you're getting really good information. Jatin was brilliant, and we spoke every day for the last 4 weeks. I possibly drove him insane, but he never complained. He always took my calls, and he always talked through all my concerns and worries, and gave me some practical, solid answers. And he's got a great sense of humour, and that is something, we had a good rapport, so he was brilliant. The transaction was one thing, but it was the relationship that I have with them. I actually couldn't quite miss them, that they won't be around. Even Jatin said he would miss my daily texts. So I feel like we have a really nice rapport and relationship, and it goes beyond just a transaction. The reason why I want to do the video for Jatin and Martyn Gerrard is because I feel that other customers or anybody who's considering selling their property should know that the service they're going to get from Martyn Gerrard is going to be top class. That's the main thing. I would highly recommend Martyn Gerrard to anybody that's selling a property in this area, without question.